Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and we're going to be looking at an interesting product that I picked up, honestly speaking, quite a while ago. I saw videos on this guy and I ran out and purchased it because it looks so cool, and also because I actually had some experience with a similar product from the same company, which is Toughbuilt. Now, Toughbuilt makes a lot of different products. Some of those are these utility knives, and I actually have a video on the utility knife that's both a utility knife and a scraper. Really awesome mechanism. If you guys are interested in seeing that, I'll put the video right up here on the card. Go ahead and check it out because that's another really awesome designed utility knife. And I actually have a follow-up video because a lot of folks had some trouble switching out the blades on that. So again, if you guys are interested in seeing that, look through the channel, you'll see that. But I caught a video and on this guy here, and I decided to go ahead and pick it up for myself. And I threw it in a box or something, and it's been sitting in there for, I want to say, months. And I was looking for some stuff and I found it and I said, oh shoot, I never took it out of the packaging. I never did a video on it. So let me go ahead and throw the camera on and do the video just because I thought it was really cool. Now, as you guys can see, again, this is from a company called Toughbuilt, and this is the Reload utility knife plus 2-blade magazines. So me being a gun guy, the word magazines and knives, obviously I thought they went together very well. So I decided to go ahead and pick it up. But since I never did the video and I never unpackaged, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and unpackage it. You guys are going to see it and see my reaction firsthand. Again, I have no firsthand experience with this whatsoever. So let me go ahead and open up the packaging. Now, one last thing, in the back here, it does give you a lot of really detailed, with pictures, instructions on how to do everything that you're going to be doing. So I'm going to keep this on the side to kind of reference to it because, again, this is my first time seeing this. So let me go ahead and open up the package and we'll take a look at it. Alright guys, so I went ahead and got everything out of the packaging and I left it exactly the way that it was in there. I wanted to make sure that I didn't play around with it or anything like that. As I mentioned, you're going to get my first-hand experience. I've left the packaging here to the side so I can reference it, but here is the utility knife itself. So first things first, I guess I'm just going to push this back into it. It just makes sense to do that. Okay, it clicked in there. So pretty nice feel on this. There's a little bit of a scratch. I think I did that with the knife as I was opening up the packaging, but really nice feel. You have this bottom section right here, which is rubberized. Again, I have a little bit of experience on the feel because of the other model. It has a similar kind of little stop right here, which is nice. So your kind of forefinger right there doesn't slide up on the blade. It has what I would consider a jimping. So if you guys know about knives, just a little bit jimping on top right there, and then you have your switch right here to deploy the blade. So all this is rubberized. This portion back here, this yellow portion, is plastic. This butt cap right here is plastic as well, and then this front section here, and then on the sides is what I would say aluminum. So again, I'm assuming that to deploy the blade you just slide this portion forward here. Now it is a little bit raised, as you guys can see right there, so I'm guessing you push down on it. Yep. And then just slide the blade forward, and there is your blade. So again, this is just your standard utility blade. So if you're in an environment where you use a lot of, where you cut a lot of things, processing boxes or things like that, obviously you're going to want to go with a utility style blade to be able to do that. But the beauty of this is that you can swap the blades out very, very easily because it uses a quote-unquote magazine system. So again, going on the portion right here, it does say, to push down to retract it. So I went ahead and retracted it. Now there is a little lever right here on the side that says mag eject, and it has a little arrow kind of pointing down. So going by the instruction there, if you push down on that, oh, the magazine does shoot out and it flies out very fast. So you do have the ability to load the blades. It does say that you can load up to 5 blades right here. So there should be either 4 or 5 blades in there. I'm not sure if the live one, let's see if this will, nope, there's nothing in there. Okay, so the blade that you are using is right in there. Okay, so there's actually 5 blades in there, and then it says 5 blades, and then there's a little arrow right here pushing that is going forward. Not exactly sure what that does, but let's see. You push that forward, does it do anything? You know, the picture here is showing that you can have auto load 5 blades, and then it says storage of up to 10 blades. So I guess you could store up to 10 blades in the back right here. And then in the back here, you have a blade indicator. So it says it's optional, so you have 1, 2, or 3. I guess if you know what type of blade it is that you have in the particular magazine, you can go ahead and do that, because here is the other magazine that it came with. So it does come with 5 standard blades, and then it also comes with 5 of these hook blades. So those are really good with when you're cutting like through zip ties and stuff like that. But if you can see back here, the number 2 is actually selected in the blade type there. So I guess if you know 1 means standard and 2 means hook, then there it is. So it looks like you would just reload the magazine on the bottom here. All right. And then if you go ahead and push again on the portion back here, down and out, it ejects. I don't want to say ejects, but it brings out that blade that you can go ahead and use, and then you can go ahead and retract it. And then if you wanted to go ahead and switch out the blade, normally with certain types of these type of knives or utility blades, you would have to either unscrew something or press a button or something like that. In this case, you do have a little button on the side here that it says release. So let's see if you push in on it or you push back on it. Let's see how you do it. Oh, you push up on it. Okay, push up. The blade should come out. Again, I'm doing this first time myself, so no, not push up. Let's see, so the instructions here is up, and then the blade would come out. So let's see if you push up. Should release the blade. Now this is making me look bad. And oh, you push in on it. Okay, push in on it. See, that's a little deceiving because that says push up. You push in on it, and then obviously it releases the blade. So what you can do now is you can slide this portion back, and then another blade comes out, and you can go ahead and start using it. Now, one question that I do have is, and I'm going to slide this down so I don't cut myself, is, so as you know, these utility blades, you have the ability to use both sides. So I wonder if you eject the blade, or if you release the blade. Let's try that again. So up, no, push in. We said yes, push in. And slide the blade out. Can you turn it around, then slide it back in? Yes. Okay, you are able to do that. Okay, so obviously you want to make sure that you're using the both the availability of both sides of the blade, because that's why we use these type of retractable blades, and because it prolongs the life of the blade, the one blade. So you can always switch it around if you wanted to go ahead and do that. But now that I have this one out, let me see if I retract this and I release the magazine. Can I go ahead and load, and again, I'm sliding it off the table here to be safe. Can I go ahead and load this back in here? There's a little tab you guys can see right there. If I load this back in here, how does that work? Yep, just push down on it and load it back in there, and it's good to go. So let me try the other magazine here with that kind of hawkbill curved blade. So it is in there now. If I slide it out, there it is. There's my hawkbill blade. I can go ahead and start cutting boxes or zip ties and stuff like that. And then if I wanted to switch back to the other one, very easy. Just retract the blade, release the magazine, slide the new magazine in, and now I've got the regular blade. That is really, really cool. Obviously, you're going to have to keep track of this other magazine, but if you're wearing a tool belt or you have a pair of pants or something like that, that you can go ahead and store the other one, and you don't have to worry about taking things apart or pulling the blade out or something like that. It's just very easy to release the magazine, switch to the other one, and you're good to go with your new blade. That is really, really cool. So definitely, I think this is another win from Toughbuilt. Again, just from the usage aesthetics. You know, obviously a little bit more use on it just to make sure that it performs very well. But taking into account that I've been using that other one and it's worked really, really nice, I don't see why this particular one would not work as well. So again, if you guys are interested, I will leave the video on that other blade linked below as well. Hopefully you clicked on it at the beginning of this one, or if not, you can go back and click on it. But if not, it will be down below. But I think this is a really, really awesome utility knife as well. These are, from my knowledge, only available through Lowe's. So again, you know, that's just something to keep in mind. Now, one of the other things that I get on the other video is, are these utility blades specific? Like, does it have to be this particular one? I know with the other utility knife, it does, because of the mechanism that the blade rotates and it turns into a scraper and stuff like that. I don't know if this is if it's the same case with these, because I know the other one is because of the type of, like, the holes that it has on the blade. But see, this one doesn't have the holes. This blade does have the holes in it, and I'll check this one here. It does have that hole in the middle. But again, because this one doesn't, you might get away with using regular blades on this one here, the Reload utility knife. So just one thing to note. But there it is. I just wanted to go ahead and showcase that because I think it's a really, really awesome tool. Again, especially if you're the type of person that for your work or for whatever it is that you do, you use a utility knife quite often, and maybe you use different types of blades. This would definitely make it a lot easier to kind of switch those. So instead of having to take the knife apart to switch the blade, or having to have two knives with two different style of blades, you can actually have you know, the two different magazines with the blades that you would need. And then again, according to this diagram here, you can actually have 5 blades ready to go, and then in the storage you can have up to 10 blades. And let me see if I got this correct. It does say that you can store up to 10 in the back there. How do you get into those back ones? Again, I want to make sure that everybody has all the information. Oh, there it is. So if you push this forward, then that opens up. There it is. So this is going to be your storage for your other 10 blades. But it does not reload, should not reload the blades directly from there. Yeah, so you actually have to take those out and move them up here 5 at a time. So technically you'd have up to 15 total blades if you just had the 5 here. But then you'd have to move 5 from here once you deplete those. But again, very easily, all you have to do is push it forward like this is showing you. And it does have some ridges right here to be able to do that. So you push it forward and then it opens up like a little shelf right there. You load the replacement blades in there and it just snaps closed. So should be the same for this other one here. Let's see, forward and then down. Yep, there it is. So you can have up to 10 more blades stored in the back there for a total of 15 for each magazine. So really, really awesome. So there it is. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.